And I ain't gonna hold y'all. I gotta get this off my chest real quick. Cause who was bro right here feeling like bro, look at him. He was walking up all confident, doing all this extra shit just to get dropped in 0.5 seconds. Like, come on, dog. You are a background character. You ain't even got a name. Know your role, nigga. You are not that guy, pal.
Side character number
Alrighty, ladies
29.
and gentlemen. Welcome to another special emergency improv.
This like the third or fourth trial on JJK, bro. Like everybody's getting a trial at JJK. It's insane. JJK season 3, bro. I don't know, man. I think it might be beat out. It might be beat out this time.
I'm too many trouble. Yeah, not gonna lie, these is back-to-back videos that was not planned. But after what I've seen and witnessed again, I had to make another detour because good God, Maki Zenin, bro. Like if you've already seen this episode of JJK,
Lord.
you knew this video was coming. Because this was generally one of the craziest things I've ever seen. She literally just wiped the whole bloodline off the map. So with that being said, it's trial time.
Let it rip.
So y'all already know we got the evidence on deck and we counting how many bodies got dropped at the end of
She dropped so many bodies, bro. Just bodies. Bodies. Like, just looking like an absolute madman. Maki was insane this episode. Little editing things that, like, some people didn't like, but, like, I was fully on board. I enjoyed every second. I couldn't wait for this to get animated. And when I tell y'all, I replayed it 3 times. 3 times. I replayed the entire scenario 3 times. It was peak. It was absolute peak.
So let's not waste no more time. Without further ado,
Let's not waste no more time. It's absolute simple.
Exhibit Z, wiping the Zenin clan off the
map.
Now, since this is a trial and we are reviewing
Yeah, take
a
a look at the
pretty
evidence, man.
massive crime, let's go ahead and get the main question out the way first. Was Maki blaming her entire clan justified? And I ain't gonna lie, I'm here to tell you right now. Yes. 100% yes. All these sorry ass, fraudulent ass niggas.
I'm gonna give my take. I'm gonna give my take. Look, she was justified. Her pops tried to get her. He got to go. He off the map. Then they sent the squad after him. They got to go. Self-defense, easy. And they wanted to do it. They was there for it. But he said, "Save her for me. I wanna. Nah, bro. You gotta run my fade now. Now you gotta go." Then the frauds pull up. The fraud trio, whatever you want to call them, cooked immediately. And then this guy shows up. Like, come on now. Come on. Y'all know what's finna happen. Y'all know what has to happen. Justification for Maki, for all women, for all of the fan base. Because he is irritating. I don't care how cool he is. His technique is so damn cool. Like, we just have to admit, I feel like Vegeta from Team 4 Star, like, looking at Broly. Like, he's just so cool. Like, holy shit, his technique's fucking cool. But I hate the guy. It's messed up, man. Can't stand the guy, but, like, he does have some aura. His technique comes with aura. Too bad he just flops it.
Bad to go. Just straight up, these niggas suck. Big 3 family, my ass. Like, bro, on some real shit, the Zenin clan might be one of the most toxic fictional families of all time. I mean, they are competing with the big dogs of dog shit families. Like, they running with the Mishimas, the Hanmas, the Targaryens, the royal family of the Fire Nation. Like, these niggas were terrible. The only thing these greedy motherfuckers valued in life was status and power. Like, for example, if you had low curse energy or your curse technique didn't
like the Zodiacs are bad, bro. Like I know how y'all thinking sometimes, and some of y'all don't think they were bad. They tortured Killua. Like, he quite literally is immune to electricity almost because he was tortured as a kid. Like, the boy was chained up and getting beat, and it wasn't nothing to him. Like, take that beating he was getting, like the worst beating you've ever gotten in your life, and just exponentially increase that ass whooping. That ass whooping's insane. And he can take that like it's nothing.
Meet up to their standard, they treated you Garbage. They wouldn't even look at your ass.
Trash.
And oh Lord, don't even get me started on the
trash.
This motherfucker Naoya, bro, had to go. This nigga is basically what would happen if Fresh and Fit did the fusion dance. They turn into this.
Yo. The Fresh and Fit fusion is crazy, bro.
I mean, the stuff he was saying about women, like, good God, bro, was talking crazy. And last but not least, in one of the prime,
like, he was saying that to their mother. Like, this man's gotta go, bro. He's a demon. He's a demon.
Reasons they had to get packed up was because of her ugly ass, old ass, black eyed dad.
He was just a domino. He was the first domino. Like, he tipped her over, and she made the rest of them fall for it. He tipped her, and everybody fell. It's his fault. Blame this guy for the fall of the Zenin clan. This fraudulent guy. I don't even think he was his brother's level at all. At all. Like, Toji had to put up a decent fight, you know, against that disaster curse. And the only other person putting up a decent fight was the projection sorcery guy. And then, you know, Noyo kind of like he kind of ran the fade with Maki a little bit. I'm like, okay. He kind of got it. The rest of y'all kind of frauds. The rest of y'all kind of suck.
This man might be in the running for one of the worst dads in anime history. Like, him and her sorry ass mama both had to go. I mean, this nigga really made a whole plan to slime out his own daughters. Oki literally hated Maki and Mai simply because he thought that his daughters were the reason he wasn't named head of the clan. I mean, the first thing Maki sees when she comes back home is her father standing.
See, like, this is why you can't take all character statements in the series as fact, because he straight up didn't even know how strong his brother was. His brother would absolutely cook him. He's talking about, I'm nowhere near inferior. Boy, you would get cooked. It'd be so bad. It'd be so bad, bro. Like take Vegeta. Get in one shot by Broly. Like, you could say it'd be that bad. Like, he just gets absolutely slammed into a wall. No question. Talking about my kids are the reason. Maki probably would have slammed him, honestly, if she didn't suck at Jujutsu. If Maki was decent at Jujutsu and realized what her father could do, she probably would have won. And she was already beat up.
Over her sister's body after he beat the dog water out of her. Then he decides to cut his own daughter down in cold blood, and then he proceeds to drag both of his children's bodies through a dark hallway and throws both of them in a chamber full of curses and leaves his own children in there for dead. These niggas had to go. Every last one of them. Because these motherfuckers were generally terrible people. So when Mai told Maki to destroy it all and sacrifices herself because her literal existence was nerfing Maki because of the whole identical twin thing in JJK, this was the last day on Earth for every last person in the Zenin compound that day. Because since Mai took all the curse energy with her when she passed, it left Maki with none. And with the heavenly restriction that she has, she basically got a game-breaking buff and became a physical freak of nature, just like her deadbeat uncle. So the first victim of Maki's massacre was her bum-ass deadbeat dad, and she made quick work of his sorry ass. Hell, he was so scared when he felt her aura, this nigga thought Toji came back from the dead like the Undertaker. But nah, bro charged up his attack just for Maki to hit him with a
I like it, Kaji.
One shot.
Took the nigga's dome piece off.
Dome piece. Clean off.
After she dropped off her sorry ass pops, next up on the chopping block were the Kukuru unit. And this is the moment where Maki turned into the bride. Because the way she was dicing these niggas up really had me thinking I was watching the anime adaptation of Kill Bill. Now, let's set the scene. After her pops got a fresh lineup, the whole compound ended up going on lockdown, and Maki ended up getting surrounded by the Kukuru unit. A bunch of nameless Zenin clan NPCs with no curse techniques that ranks were filled up with a bunch of bald niggas and motherfuckers with buzz cuts that have never had a tip fade or a lineup ever in their life. But luckily for the Kukuru unit, they were surrounding the best barber in Jujutsu Society. So a bunch of them end up running at her, but she swings once and gets a quadruple kill. Then after she drops the first four, she just casually starts to walk down.
Bro, just walking. Like, she's walking down people. What do you do, bro? Like, you can't even run because she just go hunt you down. You're cooked. I just, like, you know, I don't know what I'd do. I'd probably just, like, sit in the back and wait for my turn at that point. You ain't nothing you can do. She's just gonna embarrass you. Like, she go hit a double split, hit you with a kick, you do a flip, and then next thing you know, you in a couple pieces. Like, what else? What else is there to do?
These niggas. Look at this one kill. She cuts both of his arms off and sliced them down the middle. And while she was mid-air, she hits his sword and it was straight to this dude's neck. So after she wiped out the first wave of dudes, this one bald nigga, and I ain't gonna hold y'all, I gotta get this off my chest real quick, cause who was bro right here feeling like? Like, bro, look at him. He was walking up all confident, doing all this extra shit just to get dropped in 0.5 seconds. Like, come on, dog. You are a background character. You ain't even got a name. Know your role, nigga. You are not that guy, pal. So after this bald nigga lost all his aura, Maki just continued to brutally murder everyone in sight. Nobody in that room was safe. She was styling on these niggas so hard the screen turned.
Beyblade, literal. Bro, she turned into a literal Beyblade in that room. Just started swinging both katanas everywhere. She literally threw bro's katana at his forehead. Like, what? Like, bro, you got your strays in the back. So I retract my statement. I'm not gonna go in the back. I'm just gonna try to get taken out quick. Cause that's crazy.
Gray and black, just like when the bride ripped the dude's eyes out. Bro. Now, as she continued to cut everyone down, we get to one of her most brutal kills. She drops down like she's about to do a hell sweep, but she kicks this dude in the gut. And this kick was so hard, it literally made this dude's head explode. Yeah, not gonna lie, if I'm one of these dudes and I just saw one of my homies go out like that, I'm gonna be real, I'm hopping on a plane and I'm leaving Japan ASAP. Cause I'm not about to lose my life for this shit, gang. A nigga's head just exploded. You got me f***ed up. So after she just exploded bro's cranium, these two come in and swing, but they get instantly decapitated. Then this one tries to attack her, but she hits the limbo and gives this nigga one of the nastiest side eyes. She really looked at bro like, "Are you serious, my brother?" Then cuts his sword in half. And while bro was just left in disbelief, he had no time to think about his next move, cause he ended up getting split in two. Then she ends up jumping up top. And look at this brother right here. You can tell just by the look in his eyes that he didn't already do his pants. And he's regretting his entire life right now. Bro is probably in his head cursing his parents for birthing him in this family. He ends up cutting them all down and painting the wall red. And finally puts that one guy out of his misery. Then she ends up pulling off one of the sauciest sequences in anime history. She jumps down and starts sliding on the blood and booze like 10 niggas. Then while she was still sliding, one dude tries to hit her, but she ends up hitting the limbo again and ends up transitioning into a bicycle kick and snatches bro's ankles. Then the last guy in the sequence got done the dirtiest out of everyone.
Look at that boy ankles. Oh my god. She said, "Let me take them ankles, boy." And she meant it literally. Bro's ankles are gone. His ankles are gone. One of them's over there. The other one's over there. Bro's up there.
Just bro's ankles. Then the last guy in the sequence got done the dirtiest out of everyone.
Bro,
she slid on the blood while standing upright and pulled up in front of this dude's face. And she stared.
Yeah, bro, like just go ahead and hang it up, bro. Just put down the sword. I'm just gonna put it down, man. I'm not even fighting. I'm just gonna sit there and I'm gonna meditate and I'm gonna wait. Pray to Jesus that I make it out. But if I don't, I pray that he accepts my apology for whatever I did wrong to deserve this.
Into his soul and hit him with a
crazy.
Hand me the black amount.
Not gonna lie, this might be one of the most disrespectful moments of all time, simply because of how nonchalant she was while doing this. She really slid on the blood and passed by both of these niggas and singled dude out specifically just to hit him with a 1-inch punch and send him flying. Like, that is just flat out ridiculous. So she runs up to this one dude and she packs him up just like Anakin did to Count Dooku as she cuts his hands clean off and disarms him. And while this dude was screaming in pain, his sword that ended up flying landed on top of this dude's dome. Dude wasn't even expecting.
Yo, he just armed your man's, and if you get hit in the crossfire, you get hit with friendly fire is wild. Oh my goodness, bro, that was great.
Your poor guy died because of collateral damage. So as Maki continued to cut down the last wave of Zenin NPCs, she decides to finish him off with a Devil May Cry combo. She starts to swing and chop up every nigga in the room. So when she finally stands upright, everybody else in the room drops dead. And with that, Maki just casually dropped off the entire Kukur unit that consisted over 100+ niggas. She dropped off over 100 people in that room in about 2 minutes. That's just pure wicked work right there. So after the Kukuru unit was wiped out, we move on to our next set of victims, who were known as the Hei. Now the Hei consisted of the strongest sorcerers in the Zenin clan. All these dudes were semi-grade 1 sorcerers or higher. So on paper, these niggas should not be bums. But Maki didn't give a damn who they were, cause she was here to expose these bums for the frauds that they were. So the first thing that she does is instantly speed blitz Nobuaki, the captain of the Kukuru unit, and she wasted little to no time on his sorry ass. Bro tried to lunge in to attack Maki, but she closed the distance in like 2 seconds and cuts his sword into pieces. Then she ripped his throat out, and the front piece of his sword that ended up getting broken off flew back and dove him in the back of the head. Not gonna lie, this has to be her most brutal kill in this whole case, because this was just flat out disgusting. She really just grabbed him by the neck and ripped out his trachea. And while dude was bleeding out and gasping for air, his own sword hits the reverse and throws him in the head. Like, good God, that is just pure brutality. So next up was the old man with the mohawk. And just look at him in this frame. You know damn well his old ass didn't know what the hell was going on. Unk had no business being here. Maki was so fast, she popped up in his face for a good 2 seconds. And you see his death from his POV. Maki ripped his eyes out and crushed them in front of him. She brutally murdered a senior citizen who probably had Alzheimer's disease. So after she took out the first 2, she ends up getting hit by this gravity magic attack by this rat tail looking motherfucker. And he was trying to hold her down for this ore farmer Junichi to not do shit. Now, I ain't gonna lie, I'ma be 100%.
Bro, literally moved up or farming to the max. Mappa absolutely cooked just for him to get absolutely wiped and do absolutely nothing. It was great.
It's real with y'all. This Junichi nigga had my ass fooled, I ain't gonna lie. I thought he was gonna be one of them ones. I mean, look at the nigga. He looked the part. He looking like Uvo from Hunter x Hunter. He was Toji's brother, for Christ's sakes. I thought he was gonna be like that. But no, my disappointment was immeasurable. He hits Maki with the same move Deku hit Overhaul with, just a massive barrage of punches that ended up manifesting into a bunch of giant fists. And it looks like this attack should have done something. Hell, the explosion the attack gave off looks like a nuke just got set off. But when the dust clears, the first person that you see is Ranta, and his little rat-tailed ass was bleeding out because he was trying to hold down Maki so Junichi could kill her. And he thinks that he is dying at peace, thinking that his boy Junichi just finished the job. So when he finally dies, you see Maki walk out of the smoke. And when she walks past him, she is carrying Junichi's head. This kid Ranta died living a false reality because his sacrifice meant nothing. Bro died just for Junichi's sorry ass to not do shit and lose every bit of aura bro had. So after the fraudulent four got packed up, the last man standing was none other than the leader of the Zenin clan's most elite squad of bums, the misogynistic.
Bro, you just wiped them all off the map with zero effort. For me, it's Mappa animating him just walking up with all the confidence or whatever, bro. Just that blank face just to get destroyed. Bro, he didn't do anything.
Tickle monster himself, Naoya. And this wide-mouthed, locked-jawed, crooked-tooth-looking motherfucker probably gave Maki the best spa day she's ever had in her life. I mean, look at this 5-star customer service. He is massaging every muscle on her body at 24 frames per second. That shit probably feels amazing. Then he got to his chiropractic bag. Nigga started to throw her in the mountains and shit, making sure her bones and joints were loose from all that tension, because he knew her back had to hurt from carrying this episode so damn hard. So after about a good 12 seconds when the massage was finally over, we get to the demise of Naoya. And one of the most disrespectful things I've ever seen. Maki ends up squatting down into the stance of a sumo wrestler. And she just stands here and waits patiently to swat this nigga like the fly that he was. So while Naoya was running to use his finishing move, Maki basically figured out how his technique works and downloaded his movements and read him like a book. She turns around and stares into this nigga's soul, fist cocked back and loaded, and you can see it in Naoya's face. Bro is looking like the two dudes from the last video that were in the same exact situation, and he was probably thinking the same thing they were in his last moments.
Damn, he really about to rock my shit.
Absolutely destroyed.
Fatality.
And with his face caved in and skull shattered, the strongest misogynist in history was cooked. And now, ladies and gentlemen, we have reached the final on-screen victim of the Zenin clan massacre. And it was none other than her sorry-ass mama. And the way she killed her was actually very unsettling. She was basically walking around and playing hide and seek with her while calling out, "Mother," in a tone that felt like she was just trying to talk with the intentions of killing her. She was moving like an actual serial killer. So when she finally found her, you can just see the terror on her face, because her own daughter that she treated like garbage was about to take her life. And Maki didn't even hesitate to do it. She slit her throat, and that was that. Ball game. Now let me give her sorry ass mama a little credit. She did make sure to send Naoya's two-faced Harvey Dent looking ass back to the lobby with the rest of the family. But with that though, every single member of the Zenin clan that was at the compound that day were dead. And Maki's mother was the last on-screen victim of the massacre. Now I say last on screen because guess what? Job's not finished. Because when Mai said destroy it all, she really meant destroy it all. Because after she massacred everybody at the compound that day, she went off and boomed every other Zenin clan member that wasn't there that day. She took every last one of these niggas off the map. You wasn't even safe if you wasn't even at the compound that day. She still found those niggas and killed them. And she completely eradicated the entire bloodline to the point where they ended up getting kicked out of the big three families and their entire family legacy was ruined. Now, last thing to complete this entire exhibit, let's estimate how many people she actually killed. Now, with the resources we got, we can make a pretty good estimate. So let's look at this family photo right here. Every person in this photo besides Naobito got killed by Maki, and that would be a total of 112. And adding her sorry ass mama, that's 113. Now let's look at everybody that was not at the compound. She killed the other 6 members of the Hei that weren't there that day, 9 members of the Akashi, and 21 other members of the Kukuru unit. So if we add in those other bodies, she dropped off 149 of these niggas. Oh my goodness! Now this is not a confirmed number, this is just my estimate, but not gonna lie, that is one wicked kill death ratio.
That is crazy.
And with that, ladies and gentlemen, that is a easy pass. Light work, no reaction. She really exposed how fraudulent the Zenin clan actually was. Like, it's actually hilarious when you look at this. This clan prides itself off of cursed techniques and cursed energy. And the fact that all these grown-ass men got wiped off the map by a 16-year-old girl that didn't have
a lick of it. Not a lick of cursed energy, not a lick of cursed technique, not a lick of nothing. Just straight up brute strength and a sword that's sharper than souls. Literally.
A drop of that shit is hilarious. Their legacy is cooked. And you know, all this could have been avoided if they just listened to Naobito's will. But hey, they can all have that conversation down there while they burning in hell. Also for the crime, not guilty. Them niggas had to go. Free Maki, nigga. So with that being said, hope y'all enjoyed. Like, subscribe, all that good stuff. And until next time.
Yeah, hit that like and subscribe button, y'all. To the next one.